Dear students, now we are going to derive Gauss law from Coulomb's law. There is a fundamental relationship between Gauss law and Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law can be used to derive Gauss law. Both the laws are having the same meaning. Here, we are going to derive Gauss law from Coulomb's law. Gauss law states that electric flux through any closed surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times of the charge enclosed by that surface. Here, Coulomb's law states that the force between two charges is equal to Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Now, we are going to derive Gauss law from this Coulomb's law. Okay. Let's start with the derivation. So here we are going to consider one sphere. There is a charge Q at the center of the sphere and the radius of the sphere is R. So we have to consider a small surface area that is mentioned as ds. The electric field can be denoted like this from the charge. According to Coulomb's law, we know that we need two charges. For Coulomb's law, we need two charges. Here, one charge is in the center of the sphere and another charge Q naught, we mentioned that as the test charge. Okay. So, we have to consider another one charge Q naught on the surface of the sphere. So, the distance between the two charges is R. So now, according to Coulomb's law, the force between these two charges Q and Q naught is equal to Q into Q naught divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. So we can consider that as the first equation. So next, the relation between force and electric field intensity. So now consider, because of this charge, there is an electric field on the surface of the sphere. If there is one charge placed on the surface of the sphere, this charge can experience some force because of that electric field. So that force is equal to Q naught into electric field. That is equal to E. From this equation, this is the relation between force and electric field intensity. F is equal to electric force is equal to charge into electric field intensity. So from this we can get the electric field intensity E is equal to F by Q. We can move this Q naught to this side. So E electric field intensity is equal to F divided by Q naught. Okay. So we can consider this is the second equation. Now, we are going to substitute the value of this force. Correct? Here it is force. The value of the force F from this first equation. So, substitute first equation in the second equation. You will get F is replaced by Q naught divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared into, in the denominator we are having Q naught. So, Q naught cancel each other. Now, I can get Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square. Correct? So, the electric field intensity is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared. So, now I am going to integrate over surface on both sides. Okay, I am going to integrate because we have considered only a smaller area. Now, I am going to consider the force or consider the electric field intensity for that whole area. So, now I am going to integrating over surface on both sides this equation. So, surface integral of E dot ds is equal to this side surface integral of Q by 4 by epsilon naught r squared into ds. So, what is happening? We know that surface integral of electric field intensity is equal to electric flux. Correct? Phi is equal to surface integral of E dot ds. That is equal to surface integral of q by 4 by epsilon naught r squared into ds. Here we can take this term q by 4 by epsilon naught r squared. Since it is independent with this surface, we can take it outside. Then the surface integral of this ds. So we know that we are talking about the sphere. What is ds? It is a sphere. Radius is r. We have considered only the smaller portion ds. Correct. If I am going to take the surface integral, then it is representing the area of the sphere. So surface integral of ds is nothing but the area of the sphere. So area of the sphere means ds is equal to 4 pi r square. So now I can replace the surface integral of ds in terms of area of the sphere 4 pi r square. So this 4 pi r square and this 4 pi r square cancel each other. Now I can get electric flux is equal to q by epsilon naught. It is nothing but Gauss law. So we have obtained Gauss law from Coulomb's law.